Hi Big Tractor fans, this video comes to you from southwestern Indiana, where a 260 engine horsepower Case International 1688 Axial-Flow Combine is harvesting corn with a model 1063 6-row 30-inch spaced corn head. In this presentation, I would like to share with you the combine's production history, specifications, and original price tag, as well as taking viewers for a ride in the cab to visit with the farmer. But first, let's head out to the field so that we can see and hear this corn harvesting action. The 1688 was the largest combine in the second generation of 1600 series Axial-Flow combines from Case International. It was manufactured in East Moline, Illinois for model years 1993 and 1994. The second generation 1600 series included the 180 horsepower, 145 bushel 1644, 215 horsepower, 180 bushel 1666, and the top-of-the-line 1688 that will be discussed in this presentation. Case International offered several updates to the second generation of 1600 series combines. The number one change was the addition of a cross-flow cleaning fan, which improved the sample of grain being harvested by the combine. Improvements also included a 23.7% increase to the lawn cleaning system on the 1688. Larger air cleaners were also featured on the 1666 and 1688 combines. The 1688 is powered by an 8.3-liter 505 cubic inch CDC 6TA 830 engine rated at 260 horsepower. It's equipped with a 123-gallon diesel fuel tank and features a hydrostatic 3-speed manual range transmission, allowing the combine to travel at a top speed of 20 miles per hour. It's equipped with a 54.5-inch wide feeder house and threshes grain with a 30-inch diameter, 110-inch long single axle rotor. It has a total cleaning area of 7,947 square inches and is fitted with a 210 bushel grain tank that empties out at 1.9 bushels per second through a 17-foot long unloading auger. The combine weighs in at 21,480 pounds. When the Case International 1688 Axial-Flow Combine was new, it had a base list price tag of $130,388. If a customer equipped it with a rear four-wheel drive axle, the price would increase by $12,150. I'm up in the cab of the Case International 1688 Axial-Flow Combine, and it is harvesting corn 6 rows at a time. The cab has great visibility and plenty of room. It's got room for a buddy seat here where I'm sitting. We have Cal over here. Cal, I appreciate getting to visit your family farm. This is just a great classic combine to get to see harvesting corn. How have you liked running a 1688?
You know, it ain't too bad. It's actually very similar to running like our 1440, our 14 series combine. But it's definitely more comfortable. It's got an A-ride seat. You got a little bit better air conditioning. But other than that, it's been a pretty good combine for us. This was the 7th season that we've owned this combine. The other combine we've had for almost 20 years now.
That's good for reliability and counting on the machine to get the work done. So what kind of speed are you getting right now with a 6
right
ride?
now we're running 2.2. You know, in better corn we're going to go slower. This is about as average about corn we're going to get. You know, in some of our marginal soils we can get 3 mile an hour easily out of this machine. But anything over 200 bushel an acre we're going around 2.2 mile an hour. Just that way we ain't walking out the bag.
That's always good. What kind of moisture do you have today?
Right now it's dry. It's running 15%. When we started in the field, it was running just at 18%. It's been kind of drying down slower than usually. Usually it dries down pretty quick, but not this time, not this year.
So all your controls for the combine are over here to the right. You got your hydrostat transmission.
Yeah, so you got your hydrostat, you got your razor mower, and then when you're running a cutter bar, you know, this is your reel speed knob, your header height control sensitivity and height. And right here is your fore and after your reel speed, and then this is how you turn on your header height control, which actually works. Header height control in these old combines works pretty good. When you reel up and down. This is the engager separator, engager header, and you got your throttle. Now it's pretty straightforward on the controls aspect of things. And up here it's your height on your header. This cable's froze up, but if this was working properly, this as your head goes down, this would go down. This kind of indicate on what your height is if that was working properly. And this is your power indicator, how much power you're using. And then this tells me I'm keeping the combine full or not. You want to keep that needle in the green because obviously you want to keep the machine full, and obviously you don't want to overload the machine. So this needle is kind of my telltale on how to keep the machine, how fast I need to walk the machine down the field.
Okay. Well, we're coming up here to the end of the field, and we can see the 6 rows pop out. Got a nice turning radius here. Back in on the next pass. So you can see here how the chains pull the corn down, snap the ears off, and they feed in here. And you've got the axial style rotor that will be turning 50 in 2027. It's been a very, very reliable system all these years. And a couple of cool things here I wanted to point out was that this was the 3rd generation Axial-Flow under Case IH, but it's here on the window glass. It still has the Case track logo right there. And then this cal steering here can maybe show us the Case Eagle emblem that was retired in 1969 by the Case track logo, but they're showing a little bit of history here in the 90s. They also had these on the Magnum tractors at that time. So if you have a good day of running, what kind of acres can you cover with a 1688?
You know, if we're hauling back to the bins and we got 3 guys, a guy driving a truck, a guy in the grain cart, a guy in the combine. A pretty comfortable day, you're probably going to combine 40 acres. But I'd say if you had 2 trucks, a grain cart to keep it away, and you weren't moving fields all the time, I'd say you could get 50, 60 acres in a day. But this workload for us, and most of the time 2 guys and max 3 guys, you're only going to get 40 acres a day at max. But usually 20, 30 acres for us is a pretty good day, especially after only working after our full-time jobs. But that's what you're going to get.
Oh, it's a nice way to do the job.
So when these 1688s were produced, they were produced in 93 and 94. And as it stands, according to the serial number, this is one of the last batches of the 1688s made. That's probably one of the newest ones that's going to be filmed as far as these combines go before they started manufacturing the 2188s.
It's a great combine to see. I've been looking for one for the past 15 years to feature on the channel, and it's kind of the end of the era for the first generation of Axial-Flow that started in 1977. So this is definitely the best of the best.
Yep, sure is.
I hope that you've enjoyed spending some time out in the field with this 1688 harvesting corn. I would like to hear in the comment section below this video, if you use an Axial-Flow on your farm, tell me about the combine that you're running and the crops that you harvest with it. If you have appreciated this presentation, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there's over 3,000 videos of farm machines in action. As always, thank you for watching.